All right, good Friday to you guys. I hope you're all having a good start to your day. Now, it is a storm alert weather day, so I wanted to give you a little in-depth look at what you can expect today so you can plan out the rest of your Friday. Now, this morning we've had round one of storms starting to fade away. Could there still be downpours, throughout the mid-morning into the early afternoon? Yeah, it's possible, but it's going to be pretty scarce for the rest of the morning through the early afternoon. Then this evening, we're going to be tracking a cold front. Now, this cold front is coming into a juiced up atmosphere. Again, we're going to have a lot of storm fuel later today, especially with those temperatures warming into the 80s. And as this front gets closer, you're going to notice the radar starting to light up. We're already seeing that across Arkansas. A couple severe thunderstorm warnings. So as this front approaches and we get that daytime warning and that surge of warm air from the Gulf, we're going to have more storms firing up. So we do have a level 3 out of 5 risk for severe weather for areas really from I-75 westbound, level 2 out of 5 risk for the rest of our coverage areas. So Murphy, Ellijay, Calhoun, Polk, Monroe, McMinn counties, Murray counties. So everyone under a severe threat. And you don't want to get too caught up into the colors. Just know you need to pay close attention to the weather. So let's track it all out using our Futurecast. This is our latest in-house model. Notice through mid-morning. Again, you got your time stamp and Eastern time up there. Not a lot going on. Then we'll have a few spotty showers and storms throughout the afternoon. But again, evening, really when we need to pay attention to the weather. We're going to have this front coming in. So 7:30, you got it coming through the Cumberland Plateau, northeast Alabama. And along this leading line, that's where we could get those Boeing segments, which could lead to straight line winds, 60, maybe 70 miles per hour. Can't rule out a spin up tornado. Is it likely? Not necessarily, not going to be anything widespread, but it is something we're going to watch nonetheless. This moves to the east throughout the evening. So if you have any plans out and about, umbrella, local 3 weather app, you're going to need it all. This continues to push through the east, and then by about 10, 11 o'clock, a lot of this starts to wind down. Overnight, things calm down, and then tomorrow, the front's still going to be in the vicinity, so we're going to have more light rain in the morning with some heavier showers and storms during the afternoon, and then things finally clear out as we get into the late evening. So again, going to be a busy evening, and then we'll have more storms firing up as we get into Saturday afternoon. So there's going to be a lot of storm fuel. Again, warm, moist air. And then tomorrow, storm fuel kind of dies away a little bit. So the severe threat tomorrow is not going to be as high, but today we're looking at a juiced up atmosphere. We're also going to have that potential for some shear coming through a little bit later on, especially, between about 6 and 11. That's what I'm seeing right now. A lot of lightning density. You can see the hail, the shear markers coming through. That's when we're really going to have to pay close attention to the weather as we get into late Friday. And then Saturday, again, the ingredient's not going to be as great. Now for wind, if you're in Chattanooga, Pikeville, Dunlap, you got a 30% chance of a damaging wind gust within a 25-mile radius. 15% in the yellow, which includes our eastern areas. The hail outlook, not as good. So yeah, we could have a few storms, have quarter-size hail, but it's not going to be widespread hail damage today. But we'll have to keep a close eye on things. And the tornado risk, again, this is a 2% chance, really for areas north of Ellijay, southeast Tennessee, North Alabama. So it's not an overwhelmingly high risk for tornadoes. But again, when you get those Boeing segments along those main lines, you can have a brief spin up. So it's just something we need to be aware of, even though the threat's not overly high. So the main thing I'm concerned with, 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts with some of the strongest storms, hail up to the size of quarters. Flooding threat, we could have some low-lying flooding with the heaviest downpours, but I don't think it's going to be sustained heavy rain for long enough where we're really going to see a flooding threat. And then tomorrow we have a level 1 out of 5 risk. So tomorrow the ingredients aren't going to be nowhere near as good as this evening, but we're still going to have to watch things closely, especially if you have any Saturday plans. So we'll keep a close eye on things. Rainfall amounts highly variable, but some of us could pick up to 2 inches over the next 2 days. So again, just be weather aware today, again tomorrow, and as we look ahead to your 7-day forecast, storm alert weather mode today, showers and storms tomorrow. But hey, look, by Sunday we start to clear out a little bit, and then heading into next week, it's actually looking pretty good. First part of the week is going to be a little bit chilly in the morning, mild in the afternoon, and then we'll have more storms heading into Wednesday and Thursday. Be sure to download that Local 3 weather app. Have a fantastic Friday.